Here we are, rising gently into the morning air. The world below begins to shrink, yet it reveals its true character. We are floating above Dushanbe, the capital of Tajikistan, a city nestled in a valley, cradled by gentle giants. The sun is just beginning to warm the earth. Its golden light spills over the mountains, touching the city with a soft glow. The air is still and quiet up here. The sounds of the awakening city fade into a gentle hum. It is a moment of pure tranquility. A chance to see a place not as a collection of streets and buildings, but as a living, breathing entity. This is a journey of quiet observation. Our ascent is slow, deliberate. It allows us to appreciate the subtle shifts in perspective. What was once a bustling street corner now becomes a small, intricate pattern in a much larger design. The trees, once towering figures, now look like soft tufts of green velvet scattered across the landscape. The city reveals its layout, its logic, its soul. We can see how it has grown, spreading outwards from its historical heart. From this height, Dushanbe lays itself out like an immense, carefully woven tapestry. The city's design becomes clear. A grid of wide, tree-lined boulevards creates a sense of order and space. The most prominent of these is Rudaki Avenue, the city's main artery. It runs straight and true, a central thread around which everything else is organized. We can follow its path with our eyes, watching as it connects parks, squares, and significant buildings. It is more than just a street, it is the city's spine, supporting the life that flows along it. The planners of this city understood the importance of open space and greenery. The skyline is a fascinating blend of eras. There are the sturdy uniform blocks from the Soviet period, their predictable shapes creating a sense of history and resilience. Then, rising amongst them, are the gleaming new towers of the 21st century. Structures of glass and steel that catch the morning sun and send dazzling reflections back towards us. This juxtaposition is not jarring. Instead, it tells a story of a city that respects its past while eagerly embracing its future. It is a visual dialogue between different generations, different ideologies, all coexisting in this one remarkable space. As we drift lower, individual landmarks begin to emerge from the urban fabric, each a jewel with its own story. There, in the heart of the city, is the Ismoili Somoni Monument, a grand arch of brilliant white marble crowned with gold. It stands as a tribute to the founder of the first Tajik state. From our aerial perch, it looks like a magnificent gateway, a monument to national pride and history. It is surrounded by fountains and pristine gardens, a focal point of civic life. Not far from the monument, we see the clean classical lines of the Aini Opera and Ballet Theatre. A beautiful example of neoclassical architecture, it has been a center for the arts in Dushanbe since the 1940s. Then, our eyes are drawn to a newer, even more striking structure, the Dushanbe flagpole. It was once the tallest freestanding flagpole in the world. A slender, elegant needle pointing towards the sky, it carries the national flag of Tajikistan. The flag itself, a huge expanse of red, white, and green, billows gently in the breeze. Nearby, the golden dome of the Koki Navruz, or Navruz Palace, glitters in the sun. What began as a plan for a simple tea house blossomed into one of the most ornate and spectacular buildings in Central Asia. From above, its intricate design is mesmerizing. Dushanbe is often called a garden city, and from up here it is easy to see why. The city is stitched together with vast patches of green. Let us float over Rudaki Park, one of the city's oldest and most beloved green spaces. It is a masterpiece of landscape design. We can see the perfectly straight paths, the geometric flower beds bursting with color, and the hundreds of trees providing a dense canopy of shade. It is an oasis of calm in the midst of the urban environment. The botanical garden of Dushanbe is another wonder. It is a living library of plants, not just from Tajikistan but from all over the world. From our vantage point, we can see the different sections, each with its own unique collection of trees and shrubs. We drift towards the city's edge and see Victory Park, perched on a hill overlooking Dushanbe, a memorial to the soldiers of the Second World War. Even the smaller neighborhood parks and squares are visible from our position. They are the green lungs of the residential areas, vital spaces for community life. From our serene position high above, the complex dance of daily life unfolds in miniature. Look there, at the Mergon market. It is a hive of activity. We can see the brightly colored awnings covering the stalls, creating a patchwork of reds, blues, and yellows. The city streets are alive with motion. The wide boulevards are filled with tiny cars, moving in orderly lines. We can also see moments of leisure and recreation. In the parks, tiny figures are exercising, practicing yoga, or simply walking among the trees. On the shores of Dushanbe Lake, a man-made reservoir, we can see people enjoying the water. Small boats leave tiny wakes on its calm surface. These small scenes of everyday life, witnessed from afar, are deeply touching. The green courtyards of the apartment blocks also reveal secrets of daily life. We can see lines of laundry fluttering in the breeze, a universal symbol of domestic routine. From the sky, Dushanbe is not an anonymous metropolis. It is a city of a million small, interconnected lives. The story of Dushanbe is woven into the very fabric of the city we see below. Its name, Dushanbe, means Monday in the Tajik language. This is a clue to its humble origins. For centuries, this was the site of a small village that hosted a famous and bustling market every Monday. Its transformation began in the 1920s, when it was designated as the capital of the new Tajik Autonomous Soviet Socialist Republic. The city we see today, with its wide, straight avenues and grand public buildings, is largely a product of Soviet urban planning. This history is visible in the architecture, but if you look closely, you can also see the influence of traditional Tajik design. Since Tajikistan's independence in 1991, Dushanbe has been writing a new chapter in its story. The landscape around Dushanbe is defined by water. Two important rivers grace this valley, giving life to the city and the surrounding lands. To the north, we see the Varzob River. It flows down from the magnificent Gissar Mountains, its waters cool and clear. From our aerial perspective, it looks like a gleaming thread of silver. Further to the south, we can see the broader, more meandering course of the Kofarnihon River. This is a larger river, a major tributary of the great Amu Darya. Together, these two rivers, the Varzob and the Kofarnihon, cradle Dushanbe between them. As the day draws to a close, our journey takes us towards the mountains that form Dushanbe's northern horizon. This is the Gissar Range, a mighty offshoot of the Pamiralay mountain system. All day, they have been a silent, majestic presence, but now, in the late afternoon light, they truly come alive. The setting sun paints their rugged slopes in breathtaking colors. Our journey is coming to an end. We begin our slow, gentle descent back towards the earth. The city of Dushanbe, now a carpet of twinkling lights, rises to meet us. From this final vantage point, suspended between the starry sky and the illuminated city, we can reflect on what we have seen. Dushanbe is a city of surprising contrasts and quiet harmonies. What one remembers most is the overwhelming sense of peace. There is a calmness to Dushanbe that is rare in a capital city. This peaceful spirit is perhaps its greatest treasure. Dushanbe is a city that reveals its soul from the air, a place of unexpected beauty and profound tranquility. It serves as a gentle reminder that even in our modern fast-paced world, there are still places of peace and grace to be found, waiting quietly to be discovered.